not just a pipeline. Keystone is a lightning rod for a flexible movement that has developed across the nation of first responders who are putting their bodies in the path of extreme energy development. And we're part of that network. You're part of that network by showing up, and you're part of that network by joining the groups that are active in our area. So what's behind that? Why this wave of resistance that is sweeping the country? So I want to say the thing that's so hard to say, which is that, you know, Keystone and Alberta tar sands oil represents, you've heard this language, game over for the climate. So leading climatologists, James Hansen and others, have said that if that oil in the tar sands is extracted and burned, we have no chance of staying under 500 parts per million.
500.
500 parts per million. That spells disaster for our future, our collective future. So that's the thing that's so hard to talk about. That's the subject, you know, that your neighbors and your friends kind of shut down and turn away if you try to bring it up at the dinner table. And we got to get brave. We have to talk about this. We have to find ways to bring people into that topic and not be afraid of, you know, being labeled and say that's apocalyptic. No, it's realistic. It's opening ourselves to talking about what scientists are desperately trying to warn us about. So that fear and that anxiety around that is hard to work with. And I want to turn to song number 4, which is another song to help relate to difficult energies and to help us work with difficult energies. And so let me say something about the lyrics of the song. It has 3 steps. This is song number 4.
Frightened of the threat.
Frightened of the threat. So the three lines are basically like this. It'll go frightened of the threat, lift this up instead, voices of the dead. And then there's another variation, which is crisis up ahead, lift this up instead, voices of the dead. And the last, rise above the threat, lift this up instead. Oh, nice, very nice. Okay, so that last line, voices of the dead. There, you know, who are the victims? There are a lot of victims already in victims of climate change. They're, you know, victims of extreme weather, disasters, oil spills, what's that? Famine, extinction, right? So human and non-human victims are adding up. They're piling up, and so those dead are also voiceless. So this song is a kind of an experiment with going into the difficult stuff, the dark place, right, and naming it, and then deliberately choosing to lift something up instead, lifting up those voiceless dead. So it's somber again, and we're going to shift to, you know, kind of more sort of sparkling songs in a little bit. But I want us to do this to stick with the most important reason for challenging this pipeline, which is that it is a threat, an existential threat to humanity. So let's try this, okay? Ready?